Good morning, Valenzuelanos. Welcome to the final episode of Health Optimizing Physical Education 4 for school year 2020-2021 here in Valenzuela Live. Once again, I am Teacher Patrick. Join me for another day full of learning and excitement. To start, I would like to request everyone to please type your name and school on the comment section below for our new normal attendance checking. Again, your name and school on the comment section below. Let us see who are watching with us today. Hiking is done on man-made road or well-made trails and basically shorter in distance, which sometimes only takes a day or two to cover, while trekking becomes more rigorous such that it is done over a variety of terrain and takes a longer time to hike and thus entails more days and nights in the outdoors. Either hiking or trekking, any individual who would plan to go into this type of recreational activity should prepare himself both physical and mental to conquer the challenges that he may encounter along the way. As a review of our previous topic, let us have a simple activity. I will be showing different statements about bone and muscle strengthening. And you need to identify if the statement is correct. Then give me a heart react. And if the statement is wrong, give me a sad react. Are you ready? Number 1, a loaded backpack should not exceed 25% to 30% of the ideal body weight. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is heart react. Statement number 2, hiking cannot improve our cardiovascular strength. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is sad react. And statement number 3, to avoid overexertion, it is important to perform warm-up and cool-down exercise, especially proper breathing exercise during hiking activities. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is heart react. Congratulations, grade 12, you did it well. To keep you guided on what you should know and do today, here are the most essential learning competencies in today's session. Number 1, participate in an organized event that addresses health issues and concerns. Number 2, organize fitness event for a target health issue or concern. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to, number 1, understand the hiking system, rules, and regulations. Number 2, know how to organize trekking events. For the COVID-19 pandemic strikes our country, there are a group of people from different ages who are active hikers and trekkers, which their enthusiasm in mountaineering activities leads them into different places in the country. Before we proceed with our lesson today, let us have a simple game. I will be showing an image of famous mountain in our country. And please try to guess the name of the mountain. You will have 5 seconds to answer by typing it on the chat box. Are you ready? The name of this mountain is a 5-letter word, starts with letter P and ends with letter G. Please name this mountain. Timer starts now. The name of this mountain is Mount Pulag. It is famous of its sea of cloud scenery at the peak or summit. Congratulations, grade 12. You got it right. We already know the proper preparation and exercises for hiking events. It's now time to learn how to organize recreational activity. Aside from the satisfaction and enjoyment, they are also aware of the health benefits of outdoor recreation. The following are some of the health-related benefits of hiking and trekking. Number 1, walking up and down trails, mountains, and hills will definitely make the heart pump harder to keep up with the oxygen demand and thus increase the blood flow to the muscles and brain, contributing to the strengthening of the cardio muscles and further builds a more robust heart. Fresh and clean air of the mountains allows the respiratory system to breathe in unpolluted air, cleansing the lungs and making them stronger to a certain extent. Trekking and hiking build strong bones and muscles. as they require optimum effort from the body. In addition to the movements, a certain weight is also added because of the backpack being carried. If the hike or trek is done on a regular basis, this can be a good activity for losing weight, as it will burn off calories and unwanted fats. And like any activities, we should always ensure our safety. And here are the safety reminders in hiking and trekking. Remember the acronym HIKE, and let us discuss it one by one. Letter H, hike with a group and never alone. Letter I, instructions from guide, facilitators, and team leaders should be given attention. Letter K, keep in heart the leave no trace principle. And letter E, ensure safety of self and others. In the Philippines, hikers choose mountain to climb by using the relative difficult rating system devised by the author of Pinoy Mountaineer Gideon Lasco. This system serves as an informal classification of Philippine mountains used by Filipino mountaineers when planning hikes. Hiking destinations that can be accomplished within a day without extraordinary physical effort and take a maximum of 5 hours from the jump-off point to the summit are considered minor. A good example of this is Mount Makulot Rockies Day hike. Take note, though, that even if a trail can be hiked within a day, if it takes more than 5 hours, it is already considered major. An example of this is Mount Makiling in Santo Tomas, Los Baños Traverse, locally called MacTrab, which is a day hike that can sometimes take up to 8 hours depending on the weather. This is internationally recognized scale that can describe the type of terrain that hikers can expect on a specific trail. For Trail Class 1, an easy stroll on a well-established trail. For Trail Class 2, rugged paths with somewhat steep slopes. Trail Class 3, moderately steep terrain that may require scrambling. Trail Class 4, very steep slopes and easy cliffs in which beginners must be roped. And Trail Class 5, highly difficult and technical trails wherein ropes are required and as well as freehands as a climbing method. The Pinoy Mountaineer difficulty rating is a numerical scale of 1 to 9, with 1 as the easiest and 9 as the most difficult. Although this classification system is only recognized in the Philippines, it gives hiker a good idea of how difficult a climb by comparing one mountain with another. Difficulty level number 1, minor hikes that are trail class 1. These trails are often have a paved pathways and are very easy to navigate. It takes less than an hour to complete these trails. Difficulty level number 2, minor hikes that don't exceed trail class 2. These destinations have well-established trails that are easy to negotiate. These destinations do not take more than 2 to 3 hours to hike. This is a good entry level for first-time hikers. Difficulty level number 3, mostly minor hikes that take less than 2 hours but have parts exceeding trail class 3 or hikes that take 2 to 5 hours but do not exceed trail class 2. These trails are mildly difficult but still very beginner-friendly and are highly recommended for first-time hikers. Difficulty level number 4, mostly minor hikes that take 2 to 5 hours with parts of trail class 3 or higher, or hikes that last 5 to 9 hours but not exceeding trail class 2. These hikes are of average difficulty but still beginner-friendly. Difficulty level number 5, major hikes that take 5 to 9 hours to complete and with parts that are trail class 3 or higher, or treks that take a whole day but not exceed trail class 2. These treks are moderately difficult and are not recommended for beginners. Major hikes with trail class 5 or location-specific features. These are challenging treks that usually require at least 2 days to negotiate. Beginners are discouraged from attempting this level without prior hiking experience and intense physical and mental preparation. Difficulty level number 7, major hikes that take 5 to 9 hours with trail that are class 4 or higher, and have extreme weather conditions or treks that require 3 or more days. These hiking destinations are considerably difficult and should only be attempted by intermediate level hikers. Difficulty level number 8, major hikes that require an average of 3 days. The trek involves going through a potentially dangerous environment, or trail class 5. This level requires intense physical and mental preparation and should only be attempted by advanced hikers. And the most difficult level, major hikes with a trail class 5 and highly technical and perilous trail features. These hikes take more than 8 hours and typically require an average of 4 days to complete or less than 3 days if it is an exploratory hike with no assurance of reaching the summit. At this moment, I will entertain some questions or clarifications encoded in our comment box from our random students. What are the most essential things to bring during hiking? Thank you. As much as possible, we bring limited items in hiking events, especially if it is a day hike. But the primary things you should bring are water, food, first aid kit, and of course, cell phone with camera for picture taking. For more questions or clarifications, please ask your peer teachers during follow-up discussions. My fellow Valenzuelanos, on behalf of Hope teachers, live streaming teachers, module writers, and the technical working group, once again, I am Mr. Patrick G. Darilan, and thank you for watching and actively participating in our virtual class here in Valenzuela Live. See you next school year. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you and God bless. Here are some of the references for all the images utilized on this presentation.